Imagine this. You're just moments away from boarding the flight of your dreams. You've already checked in, your bags are packed, and you're strolling toward the gate. But suddenly, you're stopped at security. Why? Because of something as simple as a homemade snack. Sounds like a joke, right? But it's not. In this video, we're going to walk you through 10 everyday items that could unexpectedly become your worst nightmare at the airport. And stick around to the very end, because there's one bonus item most people don't even think about, and it could cost you your flight in a matter of minutes. Item number 1, fresh and homemade foods. That tamale your grandmother made with love, or the burrito you were saving for flight, they might land you in serious trouble. Many countries, especially the United States, Australia, and New Zealand, have strict rules about bringing in fresh food. Why? Because fresh foods can carry bacteria, pests, or diseases that could harm local farms and ecosystems. Picture it. You're going through security with your carry-on, and they pull you aside. They open your bag, find your homemade meal, and then, surprise, they tell you that you could be fined up to $1,000. That's right, $1,000 for a tamale. And that's not counting the public embarrassment or time lost. You could even miss your flight. What should you do instead? Skip the fresh foods. If you want to bring a little taste of home, go for packaged, sealed, and processed items. Chocolates, snacks, traditional cookies. Those are usually fine as long as they're in the original packaging. Or, even better, buy food after you pass through security, where the rules are a lot more relaxed. Item number 2, oversized power banks, more than 100 watt-hours. Something as simple as a portable battery charger can get you grounded. Power banks over 100 watt-hours are tightly regulated in airports around the world. Why? Because lithium batteries can catch fire. If your power bank exceeds the limit, it doesn't matter whether it's in your carry-on or checked luggage. It will be confiscated. In fact, batteries between 100 and 160 watt-hours require pre-approval from the airline. Anything over 160, completely banned. Here's a vital tip. Always check the label on your power bank. If it doesn't list watt-hours, WH, you can calculate it. Multiply the milliamp hours, mA, by the voltage, V, then divide by 1,000. Also, never put a lithium battery in your checked luggage. Always carry on board, where the crew can act quickly in case of an emergency. Item number 3, fresh fruits like avocados. A juicy orange or a perfect avocado might seem like a great snack, but they could cause a big problem at customs. Many travelers don't realize that bringing fresh fruit can lead to delays, confiscations, or even fines. Why is that? It's all about biosecurity. Fruits can carry bugs, bacteria, or plant diseases. Even if it's just for personal use, you could face a full bag inspection, a fine, or worse. Countries like the United States, Australia, and New Zealand are particularly strict. And here's the kicker. Even if you don't plan to take the fruit off the plane, just having it on board can cause trouble if you're landing in one of these countries. Safe alternatives? Stick to dried fruit canned options or processed snacks. And always check the local rules before you fly. When it comes to airport food regulations, assuming can be costly. Item number 4, shoes with hidden soles. Those stylish platform shoes with a hidden compartment? They might raise more than just eyebrows at airport security. Shoes with thick or removable soles often trigger alarms on scanners. Why? Because they're sometimes used to smuggle prohibited items. Security officers are trained to spot anything unusual, and those chunky soles could lead to secondary inspection, chemical swabs, or even a missed flight. What's the smart move? Wear simple, slip-on shoes without any hidden compartments or bulky soles. If you really want to bring those special shoes, pack them in your checked luggage. Item number 5, toy weapons. A toy gun, a plastic sword, a pretend rifle. Harmless fun for kids, right? Not at the airport. Anything that looks like a weapon will set off alarms, even if it's clearly a toy. Security staff won't assume it's fake. If it looks like a weapon, they follow strict safety protocols. This could mean bag checks, questions, confiscations, or even a visit from airport police. Helpful tip: leave toy weapons at home or pack them in your check bags. It's not worth risking your flight or going through unnecessary stress. Item number 6, medications without a prescription or clear labeling. It might sound odd, but something as everyday as cough syrup or a headache pill can turn into a major issue at airport security. Many travelers don't realize that over-the-counter medicines at home might be completely banned elsewhere. Take pseudoephedrine, for example. It's commonly found in decongestants, but it's restricted or outright illegal in countries like Japan, the United Arab Emirates, and Thailand. If you don't have a prescription, authorities might confiscate it. In extreme cases, there could even be legal consequences. Another common mistake: bringing loose pills outside of their original container. If an agent finds unlabeled tablets, they might assume the worst, that it's an illegal substance, and that's enough to delay or even stop your journey. So, what's the smart way to travel with meds? Always keep medications in their original packaging with visible labels. If possible, bring a copy of the prescription or a doctor's note, especially for antibiotics, control meds, or anything liquid over 100 milliliters. Store your medications in a clear, easily accessible pouch, ideally transparent. Just imagine landing at your destination, only to have your blood pressure medicine or insulin taken away because of a minor technicality. Not worth the risk. Item number 7. Tools in your carry-on bag. A small screwdriver, a wrench, maybe a pair of pliers. You might be bringing them just in case, or for your job. But at the airport, tools are seen as potential weapons. Even compact tools can raise eyebrows, especially if they're bundled together. Maybe you carry a mini repair kit for your camera, bike, or laptop. Totally reasonable, but still risky. Here's what to keep in mind. Any tool longer than 15 centimeters, or anything sharp or pointed, is not allowed in your carry-on. Some airlines even ban small toolkits if they contain multiple metal items. It doesn't matter if your intentions are good. Security doesn't take chances. Best solution? Pack tools in your checked baggage. And make sure they fit within the airline's baggage rules for weight and size. Item number 8. Large bottles of perfume and lotions. This is one of the most common and frustrating mistakes. You got your favorite perfume in your bag, only to watch it get tossed in the trash at security. It might even be nearly empty, but guess what? The rules aren't about how much is left. They're about the bottle's capacity. The same rule applies to moisturizers, hair gels, sunscreen, lotions, or oils. Here's the surprising part. Even if your 200 milliliter bottle has only 20 milliliters left inside, it still breaks the rules. It'll be taken away. Want to avoid this headache? Use travel-size bottles, 100 milliliters or less, clearly labeled and approved for flying. Place all liquids in a clear, resealable plastic bag, no bigger than 1 liter. And remember, you can always buy these items after security in the duty-free shops. Imagine seeing your expensive skincare products dumped in a bin of confiscated items. Don't let that be part of your travel story. Item number 9. Nature souvenirs, shells, sand, and rocks. This one surprises a lot of people. Picking up a little sand from a favorite beach or some pretty seashells might seem like an innocent souvenir, but in many countries, it's illegal or strictly controlled. Why is this such a big deal? Natural items can disturb local ecosystems. They may carry invasive species, bacteria, or tiny bugs. Some places, especially protected islands, have tough rules against removing natural materials. Real-life examples? Travelers have been fined or had items confiscated in Australia, New Zealand, and Mexico for bringing back sand, coral, or even small stones without permission. To avoid this problem, only buy nature souvenirs from certified shops and ask for proof they're legally sourced. Don't collect natural items on your own, even if someone offers them to you. Check if your destination has strict environmental laws. Remember, the best memory is one that doesn't harm the place you visited. Item number 10. Expensive electronics without proof of ownership. These days, it's common to travel with high-value tech. Laptops, tablets, drones, cameras, microphones. But did you know that carrying these items without documentation could cause trouble at customs? Here's why. Officials might suspect you're bringing them in to sell. Some countries charge import taxes if you can't prove the item is yours. In some cases, your gear could be held temporarily while they check your documents. Let's say you have 2 laptops, one for work and one personal, and no receipts. That alone could trigger red flags when you land, especially in countries with strict tax enforcement. So how do you stay safe? Always bring receipts for your electronics. If you're traveling for business, prepare a list of your gear with serial numbers. Check whether you need a document like an ATA carnet, a kind of passport for professional equipment. Taking care of your tech also means protecting your peace of mind. Bonus item, the unexpected one, lighters and matches. And now, for the surprise entry, something millions of travelers carry without giving it a second thought, a pocket lighter. What's the deal? You're only allowed to bring one small lighter, like a basic Bic or similar, and it must go in your pocket, not your carry-on or checked luggage. Torch, lighters, or anything resembling a mini blowtorch. Totally banned. And matches? Only safety matches are allowed, and just one small box, also carried on your person, not in bags. Why so strict? Because fire on board an aircraft is one of the most dangerous situations imaginable. There's no fire department at 30,000 feet. Picture this. Your moments from boarding and a forgotten lighter in your backpack triggers an alarm. Now you're pulled aside for a full search, delaying your departure and risking your flight, all over something you didn't even remember packing. Final tip here, before you leave for the airport, do a full sweep of your bags, coats, backpacks, and pockets. You'd be surprised what small items can slip through unnoticed and cause big problems. A few last golden rules for a smooth trip. Traveling, especially by air, is one of life's greatest joys. But doing it without the right knowledge? That's where the trouble starts. Avoiding issues at airport security isn't just about packing light. It's about packing smart. So, what can you do today to make sure your next flight goes off without a hitch? Here's your traveler's checklist. Stick to original packaging for medications and bring prescriptions when needed. Use travel-size containers for all your liquids. Avoid packing fresh foods, fruits, or items from nature unless you're 100% sure they're allowed. Keep receipts for any valuable electronics or gear. Double-check your power banks and batteries for watt-hour limits. Leave behind anything that could look like a weapon, even if it's a toy. If in doubt, always check the regulations of the country you're flying to. A quick online search can save you hours of stress. And above all, stay curious. Stay prepared and never stop exploring. Because travel is not just about reaching a destination. It's about enjoying the journey. At Sky Travelers, we're here to make sure that journey is as easy and delightful as possible. Share this guide with a friend who's always packing just in case. Tell us your own travel stories in the comments. And remember, you've got what it takes to fly like a pro.